Hello there, the DjPimpDaddy. Just doing a quick video for Nemgo, specifically Ego. He had asked, how do you make a Nether Star? So here's how we make a Nether Star in Galactic Craft. You don't need that over there, but let me show you. I think in one of your previous episodes, you guys had started making a fusion chamber. So to make a fusion chamber, all you got to do is you got to make this blueprint projector and then put in a fusion chamber blueprint, which is not too crazy to make because the fusion chamber blueprint is, I believe, if you right click, yes, it's a block of diamond on a piece of paper. So this makes this huge thing. You need 181 fusion walls and 241 tungsten plating. So to make all that, I was going to show you, here's how you get all this stuff. Basically, to get the tungsten, or actually, hang on, let me go to this side. To get the fusion wall, you need lead and dash. You know where to get dash. Lead, you can get by decomposing down cobblestone, and it will give you lead eventually. And on the tungsten plating, it requires tungsten and beryllium and a bunch of iron, right? So that you get by melting down netherrack in a chemical decomposer. So to get netherrack, of course, I'm sure you've seen a lava generator before, and then it goes into a stone barrel. And then you could actually automate it with by pulling out a module extraction into a refined relocation. So to get this, it's just a simple plop a thing on top, and you could drop in one piece of redstone and you get one netherrack. And that's how you decompose all that netherrack. And of course, I'm sure you're aware that if you do the same thing with glowstone, you get you get endstone. So you could just automate the hell out of that and make endstone and netherrack, etc. And of course, water makes cobblestone or obsidian. You know that. So take all that netherrack, decompose it down into beryllium, tungsten, and then decompose that into lead. Make tons and tons of these walls. And then make this pattern right here, this right here, and then that, and then you can make this. So wherever you put this, there will be one blank space right here, and then the machine wall will come out to here. So I've already been building this most of the way. Let's see here, where did I do? I'll just get two more walls here. Give me 10 seconds here. So I've already half built this thing. So I think in one of your episodes you guys were already doing this, so, you know, we're just going to finish building this thing out. This monster is huge. Doesn't require a ludicrous amount of power, but you're going to want to have some ready, because if you want that Nether Star, you gotta start combining some elements, yo. What am I missing? There's one. I'm missing two. Okay. Did I just break another one? I gotta stop breaking stuff. Boringest part. I should have built more of this. This thing is impressive though when you're building it. I gotta admit, as far as like Minecraft machines go, this one is a lot of fun to build. And you know, it doesn't require a stupid amount of resources either. I mean, the dash is probably the worst thing, but you know, once you get to Mars, and it's easy enough to sort of just strip mine yourself a bunch of dash, find a cave, or like, you know, go down to that Martian dungeon and just go nuts. In my series, it's not a live episode yet, but I actually just finished an ender quarry. And oh my god, I just went nuts on Mars. Okay, that's going to drive me crazy. There's a hole in the ground. Now, I did build one of these on my YouTube series. That episode is not live yet because I'm recording them about 2 weeks before I actually put them live. You know, it's just real life gets in the way and everything else. Speaking of which, if you do like this, go out to my channel, leave me some comments. I always tell people don't subscribe. You know, that's more of a joke. And I'm also running a new podcast over at xpquest.com, and my name is DjPimpDaddy. Feel free to reach out and let me know how you like the new show. So, okay. So this is the chemical fusion chamber. I'm going to plunk down that, because why not? Gives me some power. Okay, so you put in one element on one side, one element on the other side, and it makes a new element. So the thing to remember, and you could, if you type in on your screen, if you do at Minechem, not in creative mode, obviously, but if you do that on regular, you can see all these elements pull up. So the trick is, if you want lithium, which is 3, you would combine a hydrogen, which is a 1, you see the 1, and you combine a helium, and matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do that for shits and giggles. So you just combine 1 helium, 1 element, or 1 hydrogen, and see now it turns a 1 and a 2 into a 3. So the trick is to utilize all that lovely hydrogen and a bunch of tin and magnesium to get the things that you need. So what we ultimately want to make a Nether Star, if I do a recipe on this, if you go to left, in a synthesis machine, we want a ton of helium, 4 stacks of helium, 1 stack of carbon, you know how to get that, you just made that, and 16 Copernicum. So see how it's extremely radioactive and it's 112. So to get to the helium, you just take stacks and stacks and stacks of your hydrogen and see how fast it runs. It will suck down power. See, this is where you need the power. And see, that's 1 stack of helium we just made. So the easiest way I have found, and this is just because you can get this from almost anywhere, use 2 stacks of tin, and when you make that, it'll turn it into fermium, which is radioactive, and it is counting down. And that gives us a 100, and then you can get magnesium from decomposing cobble, and then blam, that gives us Copernicum. So then you take all that Copernicum, and over here, I got all this, and I saved a stack of Copernicum. So helium, 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 oop, helium, helium, Copernicum, carbon, hydrogen, 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 1 Nether Star. So I guess in the interest of all things in YouTube, scream my name out during sex or something, because here's how you make a Nether Star out of Minechem for not too much. I mean, in reality, you know, sure, you won't be as awesome as the Awesomite block, but, you know, making the netherrack isn't that hard. Getting the parts for all of this isn't too bad. It's just time consuming to, you know, get all these various blocks, but it's not impossible. It's just time consuming. And then, of course, crafting a Nether Star. The worst part is this Copernicum, but like I said, all you gotta do is add up to 112. So look at all your chemicals you have stored and just add them up by combining them to 112. And that's the hardest part to get that Nether Star, because it's extremely radioactive. Anyways, send me a shout out if you love this. Always good to see some fellow YouTubers, even though some fairly new at this, but I'm not in it for money, so don't click on any ads if you see any on my pages. I'm DjPimpDaddy. Thank you as always. See you guys later. Bye-bye.